E-Butter go crazy. E-Butter go crazy. E-Butter go crazy. E-Butter go crazy.
YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is Saturday, and I got starts and sits for you again. If you got any questions, guys, I got you. I'm getting to everybody question as I always do. I'll let you send a super chat, then you will skip the line. So, guys, let's go. Let's go. So let me get to the chat. Let me see who's in. We got Jack Booz. Jack Booz said, what's up, bro? We got Big Will. He said, what's good, bro? What's good with you, bro? Jack says, I'm in a pickle. Who do I start? He says, Dalvin Cook, Hunt, or Spears. I'm going Dalvin Cook. So I don't, Derrick Henry's not out, right? You can't start Spears if Derrick Henry is in there. Not over those guys. So I'm going to go with Cook, Spears, and Hunt. I'm going to give Hunt one more week before I even want to put him in as a flex. I'm going to give Hunt one more week. Terrell, what's going on, Terrell? Terrell says, what's good? Glad to see you here, bro. Always supporting the channel. Appreciate you being here. Big Will says, Water is out. Yeah, Water is out. Tutu or Treylon Burks. I'm going Tutu. Yep, Tutu. I got to find a nickname for Tutu. Robert, what's going on, Robert? Robert said, what's good, TD? For you, Stafford or Stroud? Let me see here. Let me see here, bro. Okay. So let me see. Texans. Bro, I'm gonna go with Stafford. Stafford is the safest play. I'm gonna say Stafford is the safest play. Stroud probably got more boom. They will probably have more passing attempts probably than Stafford. That's a great question, but Stafford is the safest. Stroud can give you 8 points because he's a rookie, and you can't get mad at that. This guy's learning to play the game, but he's tremendously evolving very, very fast. So to me, bro, I'm probably going Stafford as a safe play, and he got really good weapons that you can trust with Puka and Tutu. So I'm going to go with Stafford, but I believe by the end of the season, Stroud will probably be your guy. Stafford's going to be a solid. Stafford probably going to be a top 12 quarterback this year. So far, if he stays healthy, Stafford will be a top 12 quarterback. But Stroud could come up in there too, guys. It's still early, so I'm going to go with Stafford as the safe play, bro. Stafford is the safe play, and he can give you that boom too. Great question. Terrell says Addison or Breeze Hall at the flex. I'm going with Addison. That's a party bonanza. That's a fantasy football bonanza. It's going to be a lot of points in that game. So I'm going to let me make sure here. Yes. I don't think the Falcons going to be able to stop. Not the Falcons. I'm sorry. Minnesota. Who they playing? They got a great matchup. Minnesota. Yeah, the Chargers. I'm sorry. The Chargers. That's a great matchup. So I'm going with the Vikings. I'm playing all those guys. I'm playing even Alexander Madison. I don't mind playing Alexander Madison. But I'm playing Justin Jefferson. I'm playing Kirk Cousins. I'm playing Addison. And you can even put KJ Osborne in the flex if you need to. So I'm going with Addison over Breach Hall. Now, usually I don't want to sit or RB, but because Breach Hall only had 4 carries last week, at this point in time, I will go Addison slightly over Breach Hall, especially with Zach Wilson being the quarterback. And this could be the last week that Zach Wilson actually is the quarterback for the New York Jets. The Patriots got a really good defense, too. Isaac, he says, yo, I made it, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Let me know, moderators, how many likes we got. Robert says Jay Williams or Gainwell. There shouldn't be Jamal Williams, right? Because Jamal Williams is out. I'm trying to think of which Jay Williams you're talking about. But I'm going to go with Gainwell if that's Jamal Williams. I'm going with Gainwell. Excuse me. Terrell says, and also Love or Minshew. I'm going with Love over Minshew. Love do got a tough matchup, but Love looks good. He's been throwing for 2 to 3 touchdowns a game, at least 3 touchdowns the last couple games. So I'm going with Love over Minshew. Yes, I understand you said you were apprehensive over the tough matchup. I agree, but you got to play the best player to me in this. If you go to Minshew, I wouldn't want to play Minshew. If you play Minshew, bro, it's okay. I get it. If you want to play that matchup, to me, I'm going with Love. I love him. Love as a talent. I think Love is a really good talent. So I'm saying Love. I just said just picked up Stroud to back up Lamar. That's a great backup, bro. Wait it and stash him. Don't let nobody else get him because you might regret later on if somebody pick up Stroud and he starts being really good, throwing for 300 yards, 400 yards every single game. Travis, he says, bro, what's going on with you, Travis? Isaac says Jamal on. Yeah, I thought so. Jamal ain't playing. Yeah, Jamal out. Zach says, do you think Daniel Jones winning MVP? I disagree on that one. Yes, I still think he got a shot. And remember, that was a bold prediction. I still think he's a top 5 quarterback in this league. That's on me. You know, I still feel that way. But he might not win. But who would you predict to win MVP? Joe Burrow? He's outplayed Joe Burrow. He's outplayed a lot of starting quarterbacks. All that is out right now to me clearly is Tua. He's outplayed Dak Prescott. Jalen Hurts has outplayed him, but I still like Daniel Jones. Terrell says, I'm about to start freestyling to the music. Isaac says, DJ is a fart. I feel you, bro. Just make sure if I understand, you could be right. But if he changes, that's going to be really early to say that. That's really kind of, because why you ain't got nothing to say about Joe Burrow? Joe Burrow's played terrible. Other quarterbacks have played terrible. So if you don't call him a fart, how you going to call Daniel Jones a fart? Daniel Jones has outplayed a lot of those other quarterbacks. What is Dak Prescott? Is he a fart? But I feel you. I respect your opinion, though, bro. I just think it's real early to say that when he's played the top defenses. I still like the weapons on this team. I'm not going to get overzealous. That's what happened to a lot of people last year about Najee Harris, Cam Akers, a couple other quarterbacks. People was like, they suck. You can't be sucky per week. You got to give a trend. You got to see 3 to 4 games before you say a guy's off. I'm still on Daniel Jones. Now, I'm not saying he's been playing fantastic, that my prediction has been correct from the beginning, but I'm not getting off of him because of one game against the San Francisco 49ers when the NFL is really big week to week. He said he lingers. As far he lingers. I just said I'm a Giants fan and I gave up on DJ. I feel you, bro. You can't get back on the bandwagon. If you give up right now, you can't get back on the bandwagon. Charlene said, yo, Titty, what's good? What's good, Charlene? Isaac says, Garrett Wilson or Jalen Reed. Jets got bad weather and play in New England. Yes, I heard about the bad weather. But that doesn't always mean that fantasy football quarterback not going to play good. But if I got better options, I'm going. And Matt Jones and Garrett Wilson and Zach Wilson, Matt Jones and Zach Wilson, you probably got better weapons to those guys. So Garrett Wilson, to me, I'm playing Garrett Wilson over Jalen Reed. I'm not sitting Garrett Wilson. I just can't do it. Not for Jalen Reed. I know it sounds like a great matchup because Christian Watson's going to be out, but I'm not going to sit Jalen Reed for Garrett Wilson. To me, that's getting too cute. Again, guys, I play football. Like, I'm not just going to go to a matchup and say a guy, because, if that's the case, that I would sit Stephon Diggs if another wide receiver, a number 3 wide receiver, got a better matchup. I would never sit Justin Jefferson because he's going against the number 1 corner for Gabe Davis that's going against the terrible defense in the NFL. I don't play fantasy that way. If you drafted a guy in the first 3 rounds, you have to play him. You can never sit that guy. That's the way I play fantasy. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'm not going to chastise you. If you want to come at me in the comment section saying that it didn't work out, that's fine too. But I will show you my teams. I have teams, and I got plenty of leagues where I'm 2-0, 1-1. I have, my leagues will look really good, and I'm not sitting any of my stud players. Charlene says, nail that like button. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Adam, what's going on, Adam? Adam said, same question. Najee, Damian Pierce, Brian Robinson, start 2 PPR. I'm going Brian Robinson and Dameon Pierce. Now listen, Dameon Pierce and Najee has been struggling, but Dameon Pierce is on an offense that's been moving the ball. He's going to get a chance. He's going to get a chance. I don't want y'all to drop him too early. Last year, Najee struggled early. People dropped him, and then down the stretch, he was balling in the flex. He would end up being a top 5 running back the last 5 games of the season. So I'm not saying you don't got to move on, but be careful just dropping guys and they don't really look bad. It's just they're not getting the opportunities because of the game script. So you got to be patient. You got to be patient. I'm watching the comment section. Now, listen, I'm not going to chastise you if you believe something because of week 2. This is fantasy. You make your own assessment. But if you go and say a lot of stuff about people sucking and you want to get off of them and they start hitting later down the road, and then you ask me a question, can you back up that guy? I'm going to tell you about that because it's going to be a learning moment. You got to be patient. It's football. No team is coming out there balling all the way through early and it's always going to look good. You're never going to see that. You always going to see up and down trends, and you're trying to catch that late quadrant trend so you can win the fantasy football championship. Look at the players that balled down the stretch last year. It was a lot of players that surprised us that played really good that we was like, they suck early. They suck. And I have to be careful sometimes. Like I said, Sky Moore, I'm off on Sky Moore. But if Sky Moore, he might start balling. I might be wrong, and I might have to apologize for that. He might start being solid for Kansas City. So you just got to be careful about how you put players in lanes. So I'm going to say Dameon Pierce and Brian Robertson. Isaac, thumbs up, but yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Beat, go crazy. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Second take says, TD. Hit the like button, guys. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Jajoka, what's going on, bro? He says 4 PPR. Choose one for flex. Jerome Ford, Alexander Madison, Jacoby Myers, Tyler Algier. I'm going to listen. If you got Jerome Ford, if you already had him stashed, that's kind of fine. You really don't have to make that move. But if you got Jerome Ford, you got to start him now before Kareem Hunt get out there. I know you might say, well, I don't like the matchup. Again, if a guy's getting 18 to 20 touches, you got to start him if he's the starter. Other than that, guys, if you're playing matchups, you're going to miss some boom. A lot of guys boom against top talent. CeeDee Lamb had a good game against the Jets, against top corners. If you'd have set him against the Jets, you would have missed the game. You'd have missed his boom. So I'm going to say play Jerome Flex in your flex. Jerome Ford in the flex over Alexander Madison and over Tyler Algier and Jacoby Myers. I'm gonna start Jerome Ford this week. You got to see what he got. Next week, if he don't do good this week, then next week you'll be okay. One player is not going to kill you, guys. You got to understand that. I'm gonna keep reiterating that. I'm not trying to say that to not be accountable for one bad guy that I might play. But guys, if you look at I came in second place in 4 leagues last year. Guys, if you look at both teams, but we all hit 5-point guys. But you can't worry about, one guy, I should have started a different guy. No, it's only one guy. Other players are going to boom for you. You're just trying to put guys out there that's going to get the opportunities. Volume is king. So I'm going with Jerome Ford. He's going to get 15 touches. Be growing. He says half PPR. Pick one running back and one for the flex. Half PPR. He says Pacheco, Zach Moss, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, also tight end, Goddard or Laporta. Okay, so you want to choose between your tight end. I'm going to tell you to go with Laporta over Goddard. I like Goddard. Goddard is a really good player. I wouldn't drop him. But in a vacuum, man, I like Laporta, especially with Amon-Ra having a little bit of an injury and also Josh Reynolds having a little bit of an injury. But if you went with Goddard, it wouldn't be a bad play. It wouldn't be a bad play. But in a vacuum, I'm going to go with Laporta. Between the running back, you says pick one running back and one for flex. So you got to go with It's tough. It's tough, man. I'm going to go with Zach Moss. And the reason why I'm going with Zach Moss, he's going to get more opportunities than Pacheco. Pacheco they get real cute over there. So sometimes Pacheco might not even get the goal line opportunity. Moss, he's getting all the goal line opportunities. They cut Deion Jackson today. Or it might have been yesterday, but they cut Deion Jackson. Nico Collins, bro, for the flex over Zay Flowers. That's tough. I would try to get Zay Flowers and Nico on the field. I don't know what. That's why I tell y'all, let me see your whole lineup. I don't see how you can bench Nico or Zay Flowers. If you can bench Nico or Zay Flowers, you must have a great team. To me, I would be playing Zach Moss, Nico Collins, and Zay Flowers. I'm not benching Nico Collins or Zay Flowers this week if I can help it. If you're in a 10-team league, then I understand. Lindell, what's up, bro? He said, there you go. What's good, bro? What's good with you, bro? Richard Arroyo, what's up, bro? He said, yo, Mike Evans or Addison for the start. And what you think? Eric Gazama or sleeper? He's a little bit of a sleeper, but I wouldn't be worried about him. I wouldn't be worried about Eric Gazama. He got a few little opportunities, but I'm not going to go and try to chase those points. That's chasing a little bit. But I'm going with Mike Evans over Addison. You can't sit Mike Evans. Addison, I love him this week. I think he's going to be a great play this week, especially in this matchup. Minnesota has a great matchup against the Chargers. That defense sucks. But I'm going with Mike Evans over Addison. Again, guys, sometimes you can't chase the matchup when you got a stud. You got to play your studs. Do never sit your studs. Never, ever do that unless they got a 4-game trend, right? Even DJ Moore, you probably playing DJ Moore over a lot of guys. If somebody wanted to play DJ Moore over Addison, I wouldn't do it because of DJ Moore. I never liked him, but I understand it. I wouldn't chastise him by playing the stud over a guy that may be up and coming that you got off the waivers. Vino, he said, what's good? He says, thanks for all the great cutting edge content. Thank you, bro. 14-team, full PPR, need 2 wide receivers, 2 flex. Sun God, Puka, Christian Watson, Ridley, Garrett Wilson, Bateman. Okay, he says 14-team league, full PPR, 2 wide receivers, 2 flex. So your 2 wide receivers are going to be Sun God and Puka. Your 2 flex is going to be Ridley and Garrett Wilson. I'm not starting Watson this week on your team because you got Ridley and you got good Garrett Wilson. Even though Garrett Wilson's in a bad weather game, I'm still starting Garrett Wilson and Ridley, and I'll wait next week to put Watson on the field. Also, guys, real quick, I want to talk about something real quick. I want to do a separate video, but I'm going to go ahead and take care of that now. So the guys, like I hear a lot of people talking about dropping Darren Waller and dropping Daniel Jones. That's fair. I get that. But if you come back later because they start doing good, I'm not going to get on you like be like, rude or anything, but I'm going to tell them like, bro, why'd you drop him from the beginning? Is it because who's dropping Jamar Chase? Are you going to drop Jamar Chase? If you ain't going to drop Jamar Chase, why you dropping Darren Waller? Darren Waller's still one of the top tight ends with targets in the league right now. Sometimes output don't happen. I'm not dropping no Jamar Chase. Now, if you want to trade Daniel Jones, that's fine. But if you drop him, you can regret it later on. I just want to clear that. And that's any player. That's any player, like even DJ Moore. I would say trade them. Don't drop these guys just because they have bad games. You got to stash them if you can. Linda says, bro, what you think of JT is worth trading for cheap? Yes, of course he's worth trading for cheap. If you can get anybody for the right price, you get him. I like Alvin Kamara. I like Jonathan Taylor coming in. I wasn't big on Jonathan Taylor because of this, but this is a different quadrant. He will be coming back in a different quadrant, right? So in this new quadrant, I got like this guy told me, I did a consultation with a guy yesterday, and I was telling him about the quadrants, and he said, man, you know what? Every 4 quadrants, I might want to do a consultation with you. And I'm like, that makes sense because players are going to change every 4 games. The top 5 guys are going to change. So the first 4 games, I didn't want to touch no JT. I didn't draft him. Now, going into the next quadrant, he could be hitting. So people who drafted him and stashed him, great job. Great job. Now, that's not a guarantee that he's going to hit, but that's how you don't just, I'm all for the guy. I didn't draft him because I'm a 0 RB guy and he was going too early. But now, if I can trade him for the right piece, I would get Jonathan Taylor. If I could trade him for the right piece, I'm not giving up no stud for him. Conscious Machine says, I'm here. Yes, sir, bro. Fantasy football, excellent. What's going on with you, bro? He says Algier or Dotson in the flex. I'm gonna go with Dotson in the flex. For PPR, I'm going with Dotson. And half point PPR, I might go with Algier. But 4-point PPR, I'm gonna go with Dotson. This is a big game for Dotson. We need, because this will be the third game. If he don't get no targets this game or he don't play that good, then you can start like getting ready to move on from Dotson. Not dropping him per se, but knowing that you maybe can't start him every week. So this is a big game for Dotson. I still want to wait at least 4 games to see what a guy is. Conscious Machine says hit that like button. Yes, sir. He says Javonte TD. Yes, I like Javonte this week. I like that knee looks good. Knee surgeries are getting better. Breach Hall look decent and Javonte look decent. I don't know if I'm gonna play some RGP Ryan tomorrow in a couple of my leagues. Robert, he says sorry, Javonte. Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, Javonte Williams. Oh, okay, Javonte. Let me go see what that comment was, bro. You said Javonte Williams or somebody else, man. I can't remember where it was at. I can't go back too far. Let me see. Okay, you said, yeah, play Javonte over Gainwell. Play Javonte over Gainwell, bro. Brandon, what's up, bro? He says Kendre Miller, Tajay Spears, A-Chain, and P-Ron available on Waiver. Stash 1. Tajay Spears. Stash Tajay. Kendre Miller, Alvin Kamara coming back. He's just going to be a backup. He's going to get some carries. He might get about 7 carries because Alvin Kamara is not going to get 100% of the carries, but he's just going to be a backup. I wouldn't really necessarily stash him. The guy you need to stash is Tajay Spears. If Derrick Henry go down, and I'm not hoping for nothing like that, but if Derrick Henry goes down, you got a top 12 potential RB, potentially. A-Chain, a lot of mouths to feed. Jeff Wilson probably coming back. P. Ryan, if Javonte went down, he would be solid, but I still don't think he would get all the carries, but he's still going to be a solid running back out through the season. His ceiling is not that great. So I'd say stash Tajay Spears. I would try to keep him on my team the whole year. I wouldn't drop him if I could. Mason, what's up, bro? He says, love the fire. He said, love fire and might get Watson back. Yes, love is fire. And he said he might get Watson back. Yep. Country Machines, I have Herbert in love, but Daniel Jones was dropped. I got you. Pick him up if you, well, you might not can't pick him up, man. You got Love and Herbert. You can't get 3 quarterbacks, right? Unless you're in Superflex. So let them drop Daniel Jones. If you want to play keep away, you could maybe from week to week, or maybe pick them up and then drop them so nobody can't play them against you. But Daniel Jones is going to be fine. If you watch the game, they're going to be fine. Brian Daboll is a good coach. You just gotta stick with it. Look what Joe Burrow did the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season last year. Things changed. I'm not saying Daniel Jones is Joe Burrow right now, but I do think he has the potential to be on a level of a Joe Burrow. So, like I said, guys, I admit, hey, it hasn't looked great, but I feel good about having Daniel Jones, and I'm not just saying that. If I thought he looked garbage, if I thought he looked like Zach Wilson, yeah, like a lot of you think he looks like Zach Wilson. I think that's very disingenuous. I think you could regret that, but I want to allow you to be a fan of the game. I don't want to chastise you for like just saying he looks sucky because it does. It does. But I think they're going to be fine. Mason says, feel like Fields finally pops off this week, but going to Love until I see. There you go. That's a strategy. You see what he's saying, guys? Listen, Fields haven't played great, but he's not dropping them, and he's going to start Love until we see it. And then even if Fields boom, he said he ain't worried about that. He just play him the next week. And you can't care about the outcome. It's the decision that you got to go down with the ship with, not the outcome. Don't go down with the outcome. The outcome, that's up to the coaches and God. But the decision is in your hands. And if you feel good about that decision, who cares? If Fields goes for 40 points, you don't got him on there, who in the hell is going to play Fields against the Kansas City Chiefs? You can't play fantasy football that way. Go start with Love, and if Fields pop, then you start him next week. Conscious Machine said, do I grab Daniel over my pack of Love? No, bro. No, I wouldn't do that. You got Herbert, you got Love, you good. Now, if you feel good about Daniel Jones, you can do that, but I wouldn't do that. I think Jordan Love is good enough where you don't have to go get Daniel Jones, and you got Herbert. Big Will says, what's your approach about the waiver wire when you have a good squad? What do you look for? Great question, Big Will. I need more of these questions so guys can understand, because some of the questions that I see or comments that I see in the comment section are kind of like fire sale type stuff. Like, oh my God, this happened, this happened. So I'm always trying to stay ahead of the curve. So if I see Marvin Mims catch 2 balls for 180, I'm going to pick him up. I don't, or if he had 2 catches for a big play, I'm going to pick him up. I'm not going to wait till he's booming. Like I had Tank Dell already on my team in a lot of leagues because I trusted Tank Dell out throughout the preseason. So before I was going to drop him, I was going to give him 4 games. So to me, when you stash a player, you see something that you like, it might be something small, like Jalen Hyatt. A lot of you, I'm telling you about Jalen Hyatt, but you think I'm wrong. You're like, TD, Jalen Hyatt. I'm like, bro, I might even play him in some leagues, but I'm okay with the outcome. They need Jalen Hyatt. He's a big-time player. If you seen Justin Jefferson 3 or 4 years ago, it was the same way. He didn't play for 4 years. And who didn't pick him up? You made a big mistake. Because the first 4 weeks, he didn't look good at all. I mean, he was out there a couple plays. You got to go and play ahead of the curve and see things happening. So what I try to do, bro, is go on the waiver wire, and I stash a lot of running backs. If you're a backup running back, you good, and maybe the not playing or Derrick Henry is older, I'm stashing the backup. I'm stashing. That way I ain't got to spend no fab or I ain't got to spend a priority on them. So I'm trying to the waiver wire maybe 2 to 3 weeks ahead, guys. That's why I make stash videos over a lot of other content. Just, like this. No, stash him. Stashing is huge. Stashing is huge. That's how you get league-winning players. Great question, Big Will. Great question, bro. It says Watson being out killing me. I used a round 3 pick on him. Bro, that's fine. Be patient. He's not. I know listen, anybody that got him, they don't got him. You got to work the waiver wire. Go pick up Tank Dell. When Watson comes back, you don't want him to come back too early. But I get it. I want to be genuine to your team. But he's not like a Justin Jefferson or anybody. So he shouldn't really been that much big for your team, even though he's a 3rd-round pick. I think you need to be patient, bro. I think Watson's going to be fine for you, Isaac. Just be patient. I love for stuff like this to happen. Because if somebody dropping, I'm picking him up. And when he comes back, my team is going to be better. Guys, I drafted Cooper Kupp early with the hamstring injury, knowing that he was going to be out. But when he comes back, and guess what? If he don't come back, it doesn't matter. My team is still built around that. You got to build. That's why I want y'all to get consultation, guys, so you can build an optimal team where really no injury should really affect you most of the time. Like if JJ go down, I kind of understand that those type of injuries. He says, but I picked up Reed. Got you. And there you go. So you can play Reed, and then when Watson come back, you can take Reed and put him on the bench and let Watson play. And that's a handcuff. Sometimes you got to handcuff a wide receiver. Very rarely you can do that, but sometimes you can handcuff a wide receiver, especially in this situation. I like that backup plan. Conscious Machine says, TD, I like to do a video on how to use the waiver wire property. It's a huge list when done right. If you even want 3 players. Yes, if you even want 3 players. Yes, it's a huge list. Yes, bro. This is how do you use the waiver wire properly. Yes, I will be doing a video on that. I don't want to ramble too much. Sometimes, guys, I can't necessarily tell you how I can tell you how I look for the waiver wire, but a lot of it is instinct. So me picking up Tyjae Spears and stashing them before the season was an instinct. Roshan Johnson, I picked him up off the waivers. That was just because I saw what was going on with Khalil Herbert. But a lot of my guys that I work off the waiver wire guys are just instinct. Like right now, who's on Jalen Hyatt? I'm on him. So when he hits, then that's gonna be like, well, what did you do? I know that team needs him to take that game to the next level. So consultations to me will help you more, but I will do a waiver wire video and try to explain how to work the waiver wire 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time. That's a great comment, bro. Steve, he said, Brody, what's up, bro? Stan Steve says, I finally caught you. Yes, sir. Perfect Black says, pick up Trey Sermon, though. Nah. And then Dynasty, yeah. But if you ain't in Dynasty, don't worry about it. Conscious Machine says thumbs up, folks. Yes. How many likes we got? Guys, let me know how many likes we got. Brian, he says, bro, what do you think about starting Gardner Minshew in the Superflex? I like it. If that's the next best quarterback, sometimes you ain't really got that much. Now, if you got CJ or Matthew Stafford out there or Jordan Love, I would start those guys over Gardner Minshew. But there's nothing wrong with starting Gardner Minshew. Sometimes you just got to roll the play out there, and whatever happens, who cares? I started Jalen Hyatt. He's 0. I don't care. I still can win this week. I'm fearless. Once I decided and I say I'm gonna do it, I don't care about the results. I don't care about the results. I think a lot of you, and this is what I need to put in this waiver video. A lot of you care too much about the results. You playing Monday morning fan quarterback. I should have played him. I should have played him. I should have played him. Guys, you're not God. You got to make a sound decision and ride with it. Nobody gonna tell you to bench Pat Mahomes for Jordan Love. Now, if you do that, then that's when you be mad at yourself. But if you got Pat Mahomes on your team and they might be struggling a few games, and then Jordan Love goes off on your bench and you gonna say you should have played Jordan Love, no, stop that. Play your studs, and whatever happens, happens. Go down with the ship of the players that you want. It ain't got to be the players that I tell you, just the players that you want and you feel good about it. Don't stop trying to play Monday morning. I should have played this guy. Guys, I'm keep telling you that. I don't care. I've been playing fantasy for a while now, and I've been watching football for over 20 years. I've been playing fantasy football for about 4 years now. And I haven't won a championship because I play in a lot of high-baller leagues. And I came in a lot of second places. I got a lot of respect in my leagues. I can show y'all my leagues. I show y'all in my post how my teams do. So my teams do really well. I scored the most points last week. And I hit a couple of duds. It didn't matter. I feel play free. You got to play free. You can't play. You got to make the decision and go down with the ship. Gardner Minshew is a good play, bro. Who's the best wide receiver in Kansas City? So it's two different things. Right now, the best Kansas City blessed wide receiver, bro. I don't know who. They ain't got a best. The only guy that you probably can trust right now is probably Sky Moore. And I hate to say that. And I don't really want him. Rashee Rice, I think, is going to be a guy for the long term. So I think you just got to make a decision. If you got Sky Moore, play him and don't worry about the results. If you got Rashee Rice and you need to play him and don't worry about the results. There's no way you're going to be able to pinpoint a wide receiver the way Pat Mahomes played the game. The only guy that you can pinpoint is Travis Kelce. That's it. Anybody else is it's a crapshoot. Conscious Machine says, if I want to pick up Dobbs or Sky Moore, could I drop Hyatt or Quentin Johnson? I would drop Quentin Johnson. But if you drop Hyatt, brother, I can't get on you because you got to do what you got to do for your team. My teams, I can afford to stash Hyatt, not because they built better than yours. It's just the way I built my team. I had to drop Hyatt a couple of weeks ago, and I got nervous, and I lost on a couple of them. I haven't been able to pick them back up. Somebody picked them up, and I'm mad at myself. Even after the 0-point game, I know I still want this guy. But I had to do what I got to do. So if you got to drop Hyatt, that's fine. You said if I want to pick up Dobbs or Sky Moore, could I drop? Yes, I think you could drop Hyatt, but I would drop Quentin Johnson. That's what I would do personally. Isaac says, damn, Moss was out there and got scooped up. I had D-Jax who got cut. Okay. Yeah, Deion Jackson. Yes, it happens like that. Bro. But once I wasn't on Deion. Once I seen that first game, I did not want no Deion Jackson. I was on Evan Hull. Even though Evan Hull didn't play great, I still rather have him as a rookie than have an old-ass Deion Jackson out there that's not playing good at all. Be growing. He says, I got Tyreek Hill and Amon-Ra as my 2 starting wide receivers. And I want to go ahead and compliment you on that, bro. Those are 2 of my wide receivers, but I don't want to just compliment you because you did it like you got the receivers that I told y'all to pick up. But those are like good staple wide receivers. I'd rather draft those type of guys than to draft the running back, even over CMC. CMC having a great season. You better hope he stays healthy. You better hope, because if he don't stay healthy, that amount of points, you're going to feel sick. But I'm not saying that was a bad pick. You can win a championship drafting running backs, but you got to hit. You can't miss. Look at Nick Chubb owners. I had one league with Nick Chubb. I got him in at the turn. My teams I still got really good wide receivers, though. And so I haven't thought about Nick Chubb. I mean, as far as his injury off the field, yeah, I feel bad, and I want my boy to bounce back. But for his fantasy, I don't care nothing about that injury. He says, wide receivers hurts, quarterback. I'm in a 14-team league. Nico Collins and Zay Flowers on my bench. He said, okay, so you can't get Nico Collins and Zay Flowers into the game. That's fine. You in a 14-team league, man, those are really good wide receivers. You cannot sit Tyreek Hill and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So other than if you ain't gave me no flex guys that you can start over those guys, that you can take them out and put Nico or Zay in, bro, you just going to have to stash those guys. Charlene says, love Vikings and Chargers game tomorrow. I do too. I have 4 players playing that game. 3 are starting. Jefferson, Addison, and Keenan Allen. Yes. Yes, ma'am. I love that. You got those guys are going 30 point, 40 point, 30 point, 40 point, 30 point, 40 point. Those are 30 point, 40 point guys. Great job, Charlene. Just machine that's Herbert in here, Charlene. Okay, so y'all got that. Y'all got them stacks. Well, not stacks, but you got a lot of players in that game, so that's good. I wasn't on Hawkinson this year, but hey, listen, he's playing above. That might be one of the things that I was wrong on. That's because he looks good with Justin Jefferson getting double team. They can't double team Hawk, so he's getting one-on-one coverage, and he's out there hiding because everybody's worried about Justin Jefferson, and they also worried about Addison a little bit. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Let me know how many likes we got. Conscious Machine says 24 likes. Okay, thank you, guys. We got 34 people in here. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Rushman, Isaac, what's going on, bro? Charlene says, good luck, Conscious. Brian Godfrey up, bro. Yes, guys. We played against high school. And he played football for a rival school. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Thanks, you too. Yes. Y'all talking to each other. I'm leaving out the comment section. Okay. Now I was acting funny. Forgive me about that, guys. Okay. Hopefully it's back right now. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. That's what happens when you live in a place and they don't got fiber internet. That's why I don't do lives all the time. That's why I do videos in my cars a lot, because that's the best internet that I have. But I'm going to provide this content. Ain't no internet going to stop me from doing my fantasy football content. So I appreciate everybody who in here that's being patient. So the Dark Wolf says flex 1, Thomas, Kelly, or Robinson. Robinson, that's probably Brian Robinson, right? And Thomas is Michael Thomas. I'm going with Josh Kelly, bro. And you listen, you can play Brian Robinson. You can play Brian Robinson has looked really good. So I'm not just telling you to sit him. Me, I'm probably gonna go with, you know what? I'll take that back. I'm gonna go with Brian Robinson. He's been playing too good. You can't sit him. You can't sit him. I like Kelly, but that's for my team. Brian Robinson is a good player, man. He's balled out. He's a top 12 running back. You got to play him. I'm going to say Brian Robinson. Conscious Machine says, I need luck. I scored 172 last week and lost. Brother, that's okay. That's a win. And I don't mean that in a way of you won, but bro, your team scored 172. You know you coming. You can't. Sometimes stuff like that happen. You can't worry about that, right? But I get what you're saying. Rushman says, bro, shout out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Joe Looney. What's up, bro? He says, TD, I need 2 flexes. Amari Cooper, St. Brown, Josh Kelly, Elijah Moore. I'm going to go with, you got to start St. Brown. You know that. You got to start St. Brown. And I'm probably going to go with Amari Cooper. But it's close. I like Josh Kelly, but Amari Cooper's played too good, man. So I'm going to say St. Brown and Amari Cooper in full PPR. If you in half-point PPR, you might could go Josh Kelly over Amari Cooper. But I'm going to go with Amari Cooper and St. Brown. Great question, though, bro. Joe Louis says, I'm set on starting Reek and George Pickens. Got you. Okay. Yo, Pickens and start hitting. Jordan says, do I drop Njoku for Ertz? PPR. Do I drop Njoku for Ertz? No. Don't drop Njoku for Ertz. Arthur, what's up, bro? He says, bro, pick 1 running back, 1 flex. Joshua Kelly, Rashad Wright, Damian Pierce, DJ Moore, Michael Thomas. Okay, this is tough. I'm not going to tell you to play Damian Pierce. He hasn't played good enough. You need to wait and see that game. Rashad Wright had a really good game. 1 running back I would tell you to play. I'm going to go with Rashad Wright over Josh Kelly. I love Josh Kelly matchup, but he didn't perform good last week. Rashad Wright did. So we're not trying to get complicated. Let's go with the guy that looked good and he played good. So let's go with Rashad Wright for his running backs. And then you says 1 flex. I'm going to go with DJ Moore, bro. I'm not going to sit him yet. I'm not going to listen. You can sit him. If you okay with that, you can sit him and you could go with Joshua Kelly. But you're going with a backup running back that's now starting because of an injury over a stud that you drafted early. So to me, I would still try to get DJ Moore a shot. Reason why, they're going to try to get DJ Moore the ball. They're not going to make that trade like they did and then just get DJ Moore 4 targets. Bro, he's probably going to have 8 targets or even a couple of rushes. So they're going to try to get him the ball often and early on some screens. I'm going to tell you to play Rashad White and DJ Moore. Great question, though, Arthur. May says, since last week, I remember you mentioning Khalif Raymond, then he goes and scores a touchdown. I'm going to trust you on Hyatt. Thank you. And, bro, I'm not going to sit here and act like I was so good on Khalif Raymond. It's just because of the guy I know he can play. Sometimes I don't know what's going to happen out there. I'm just going to go with the output that I get, and I'm going to make a decision. I love Khalif Raymond early in the preseason. Josh Reynolds has been playing really good. I remember me and a guy went back and forth about Josh Reynolds. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to be playing Josh Reynolds over like certain other guys that I've been on. But that doesn't mean that Josh Reynolds sucks. He's going to have some good games. I just can't be on every single play on every team and be right on every single thing. So to me, it's not that I knew that Khalif Raymond was going to ball out. It's just I trust Khalif Raymond and I stashed him in a lot of like deep dynasty leagues because I know he can play. He had some really good weeks last week. And if Amara ever is, Khalif Raymond will ball. He will ball. He will be a solid start. So listen, Hyatt will be okay. Now, how long it takes him to get going, I hope it ain't going to be that long. If you got to wait 5 to 6 weeks, don't do that. But to me, waiting 3 to 4 weeks to get a Justin Jefferson type guy, I'm not saying he's Justin Jefferson, but to get a rookie that's really good, I don't mind waiting 4 weeks for that. But I appreciate you trusting me, bro. Conscious Machine says, TD told everybody to play Nico last week. I do have him, and I played him. Yep. Yeah, bro. Like I said, I'm not always right. But I will, guys, I want to show y'all my teams where I'm not just telling y'all to do stuff. But I'm doing the same thing that I'm telling y'all to do. And I'm actually winning in a lot of leagues. I don't always win, but I would love to show. I got like 16 leagues. I would love to show y'all my leagues, guys. You'd be surprised. Like, TD, well, you told me to do that, and you actually did it? Yeah. Leon says, PPR, flex, need 1. Hall, Gibbs, Olave, London. I think I'm going with London. over Gibbs, Olave, and Hall in full PPR. Whew. I like Olave, man. I like Olave. Gibbs gonna have a good opportunity this week, but I'm gonna go with London, bruh, over excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna go with London over those guys. He's the number one alpha to me, even over Olave and Gibbs and Hall. I hate telling you to sit Hall. Hopefully you ain't got to sit him. Hopefully you can find a way to get him in because he's a stud running back, but I'm going with London, bro. Charlene says Pat Zimmer didn't put and start Justin Jefferson till week 6. There you go. Same thing with Hyatt. They wait. I'm not saying Hyatt is Justin Jefferson, but that's what I'm talking about. So what if you said Justin Jefferson? He sucked, and Kirk Cousins, you suck, because we know Kirk Cousins had some terrible games. So I just want to be careful about going out there too early. G Money said, "What's good, bro? What's good with you, bro?" Brandon said, "Appreciate the free advice. Salute, bro. Anytime, bro. It ain't free as long as you hit the like button. Guys, let me know how many likes we got. Hit the like button." Rushman says, "I traded away Adam for Waddle, bro. Devontae Adams for Waddle. Bro, no, that's a good move. You could have maybe got one more piece. I think that's going to be a great move, bro. See, you thinking in just in week 2 to 3. I think that's a great long-term move. Now, could you have got like Waddle and maybe a bench player like a Tajay Spears or Josh Kelly? Yeah, I think you could have got one more bench player. That's why I want y'all guys to get consultations from me. The comments, I do the best I can in comments, but if you get the consultation from me, I got you. I tell you, like, if you're going to do a trade, get something for it. Just don't do it from 1-to-1. Get some sloppy seconds that nobody wants. And they can potentially boom down in your flex down the stretch. I think that's a good move, bro. I'm going to get that move a B+, A-. I'm going to get that move a B+. I love Waddle. Waddle is a boom player. 30 point, 40 point, 30 point, 40 point. And you got an MVP candidate like Tua. Brandon says, "If you like Jameson Williams this year, which week would you pick him up from Ravens?" I'm not that big on him, bro. I'm not that big on him. But if you want to stash him, I would say do it now. Don't wait. Don't wait. It's no time to wait because somebody else can make a decision next week or tomorrow. So I would say if you like Jameson Williams, you go ahead and pick him up. Now, listen. If he's healthy, I do think he's going to be an okay wide receiver, and he will be able to help you. He will be a good stash type guy that you can play in the flex that got some boom potential. He do got boom potential, especially they need him. They need a wide receiver to go down the field. So I would say pick him up now if you can. Thank you, Conscious. He said 738. You got 29 likes. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Lindell says, "Bro, speaking facts." Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Linda says, "I've been playing fantasy for 16 years. TD giving y'all the gas." Yes. Conscious Machine says facts on the Mahomes love example. Yes. You don't never sit your studs. That's why I'm rolling with Daniel Jones. I know what he is. He's still the same player. They just got to figure some things out. That's how NFL, that's how football goes. It's like that. You got to trust it. You got to see it. Now Zach Wilson, if I was telling y'all, Zach Wilson gonna win MVP, he gonna get it together, even though I might mean it, it makes sense. Like, I don't know about that. He ain't never played good. Daniel Jones got a bag. He played really good last year. This ain't just some crazy player out there. I still think he can win MVP. Like I said, that was a bold prediction, but I still stand on it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I didn't guarantee you that he would win MVP. Now, I'm not trying to run from that, but I didn't guarantee anybody. It was just a bold prediction, and I still love it. Conscious Machine says, fantasy football for 30 years. Not joking. I'm 44. Okay, bro. Yeah, I've been playing fantasy football for about 4 years, but breaking down players for 20 years. And I coached for about 5 years, and I played football for, 14 years of my life? Linda says, "What you think about Braxton Berrios? A stash? If you need to spot start him and a flex, like I did Jalen Hyatt, you can do it. I played Jalen Hyatt. What's wrong with playing Braxton Berrios? He's going to get some targets. Also, Craycraft. Ryan Craycraft was going to get some targets too. So there's nothing wrong with playing Braxton Berrios. I wouldn't play him over like a Michael Thomas, right? Or a Jahan Dotson. I would. You could if you wanted to. If you okay with that, you could. I wouldn't do it. Stash Rico. You can stash Rico. And I like Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn's going to get carries all the time. So if Tony Pollard went down, Deuce Vaughn's going to get some manufactured targets. He's not going to be a bell cow, but he's going to get some manufactured targets. Jordan says, like Jamar and AJ, so far I've been disappointed. Team to say at least. Listen, brother, I'm not going to kill Jamar, but I told people not to draft Jamar because of this. See, none of the players that I drafted at the Jamar and AJ Brown level is not playing bad for me right now. I drafted a lot of Tyreek Hill and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and they've been solid for me every week. And I told y'all that Jamar Chase is probably he's a Hall of Famer, probably. If he don't get hurt, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. But that don't mean that you draft him when you got Joe Burrow that's hurt and you got a sorry offensive coordinator. That's why I told people not to draft Jamar Chase and AJ. They are good players. They're going to be fine. I would trade for AJ if I could get them for cheap. But I just know that Devontae Smith was taking over this year. I told a lot of people about that. I'm not trying to – I don't want no flowers. I don't want to take a victory lap. But I want people to understand, like, what you thought Jamar just I don't know. I got to be fair. I get it. It's Jamar Chase, right? But I didn't touch – I think I got one share of Jamar Chase this year. One share. Judah, what's going on, bro? Good to see you here. Hit the like button. Isaac says, laugh out loud. Rush. Rush says, that was good. And Isaac said, ha ha. Oops, no internet. Right. That's what happened. He said, that's it. Judah says, who you like better, Christian Kirk, Jacoby Myers, or Tutu Atwell this week? I'm going with Tutu. Rushman said, woo. Dante, what's up, bro? Braces, half people. Wide receiver one is Tyreek Hill. So I'll start one wide receiver and one flex. DJ Moore, Addison, Khalil Herbert, Hopkins, and Michael Thomas. So you start in Tyreek Hill. You said you need and one flex. So start one wide receiver and one flex. Okay, you got Tyreek as your. So you need two guys to start. You said so start one wide receiver and one flex. I'm gonna say start Addison. Bro. So listen, this is what I would do. This is me. I would start DJ Moore and D-Hop. I'm not sitting DJ Moore and D-Hop, even though Addison has a great matchup. I don't play fantasy that way. That doesn't mean that always worked the way I play fantasy, but I'm not sitting my studs. I just can't. That's why I be like, guys, come on, I'm not doing that. D-Hop ain't played terrible enough yet for me to be like, you know what? I got to sit him for Addison. And DJ Moore, with the draft capital that he had, I'm still not sitting. They trying to get Justin Fields better. Now, he does have a tough matchup, but it's not enough for me to sit a guy that I drafted in the first 3 rounds. But listen, what people would tell you who's the best matchups as far as 2 guys, Addison has a great matchup. And I would probably say D-Hop. D-Hop and Addison has the best matchup. But I don't think you should sit DJ Moore. That's just me. So I'm going to say DJ Moore and D-Hop, but you can play Addison and D-Hop. Travis Looney says, at Conscious Machine, I feel you. The top scorer in one of my leagues, and I'm 0-2. It happens like that. Kluber, 12-team PPR, wide receivers, Tyreek, Amon-Ra, Addison, Hopkins, Atwell, Tank Dale. Yes, sir. Great team. Arthur says, thanks, bro. Anytime, bro. I got you. Thank you for supporting the channel. B. Growing says, last one. You good, bro. He says, pick one flex. Zay Flowers or Nico. Woo. I'm going to go with Zay Flowers, man. Listen, it's tomato. But reason why I'm going to go with Zay is because I believe he has a better quarterback. Let me see something. Let me look at something. Let me see here. I'm gonna say go with Zay, bro, because he got a better quarterback. Nico, I love Nico, but I'm going with the best quarterback in this situation. CJ Stroud is a young quarterback, so he could go out and dudge you. So I'm gonna say Zay Flowers. It says bad weather, but no Odell or Houston having to throw and keep up with Jacksonville. So they saying it's bad weather with the Baltimore game. I haven't saw that. So yeah, man, I'm still going with Zay. Whew. I'm still going with Zay. I'm still going with Zay in bad weather. Now, if it's terrible weather, man, if it's like real nasty, then no, I would play Nico. But in light rain and light wind, just light rain and light wind, I'm going with Zay. But you can play Nico. That's a great question. P. Weezy says, Scoop, Jalen Hyatt, and all my leagues. Thanks, bro. Love the content. Gonna check you out on your other platforms. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yep. Arthur says, bro, flex one, half PPR. Kendre Miller, Khalil Herbert, Jackson Smith and Jigba, or Roshan Johnson. Half point PPR. I'm going Roshan Johnson. Reason why I would tell you to play Kendre Miller, but I think Taysom Hill is going to take some of his opportunities. And I don't want to I don't want you to play a guy that's going to get his goal line opportunities taken. So I'm going to say Roshan Johnson in the half point PPR. I think if you look at PFF, Roshan Johnson is one of the best running backs in the league right now. Rushman says, rather Scoop, Missy Hyatt. I got you, bro. I got you. I feel you. Kluber says 12-team PPR. Wide receivers Tyreek, Amon-Ra, Addison, Hopkins, Atwell, Tank, Dale. Running backs are Ramondre, Montgomery, Roshan, Herbert. I want you stash Tajay, drop Chuba or Dale. I would drop Chuba. I wouldn't drop Dale. Love them both. Quarterback Herbert and tight end Hockenson. Right. I would drop Chuba. Yeah, I would drop Chuba. I'm not dropping no Tank Dale. Judah says, what you think of trading Kirk and Myers for Ridley and Water? Yes, I would do that. I would trade Kirk and Myers for Ridley and Water. And accept this. What's going on, bro? He says, what's up, bro? I haven't been here in a minute. Yes, sir. That's okay. Chris, he says, I'm worried about Amon-Ra rest of the season. I'm not. As long as he's healthy. Now, if he has an injury risk and he's going to be hurt bad, yeah, but I'm not worried about no Amon-Ra, bro. I'm not nowhere form or fashion. Now, I want him. I drafted him to be a top 5 guy. Why I drafted him in the first round? Does it look like he's going to be a top 5 guy? Maybe not. I still believe he can. But top 12, that's easy. He's getting all the targets. I mean, he's one of the top target getters in the league. So I love Amon-Ra. The only reason last week that he wasn't like a top 5 wide receiver is because he got knocked out the game. Well, he didn't get knocked out, but he hurt his toe. So I love Amon-Ra. But I feel you if you worried about him. I'm not, no form of fashion. I love Amon-Ra. He's one of the safest wide receivers in the game. And Seth says, who should I start this week half PPR? Rashad or Gary Wilson? I'm going to go with Rashad White over Garrett Wilson because Rashad White was a starting running back that people drafted in the first 5 rounds. I don't like you sitting Garrett Wilson, but it's half point PPR. And 4 point PPR, I probably would tell you Garrett Wilson, probably. But I'm going with a running back that played good last week, and I think he got a little bit of sauce. I was off of him. I'm actually trading. If I don't got him anywhere, but I would trade high and try to get somebody else better, like a Ramondre Stevenson. But if you got those two, I would go with Rashad White. But brother, don't sit Garrett Wilson if you can. Don't sit him unless you really have to. You got a lot of better players than him. Justin says, brother, my quarterbacks are trash so far. Start Stafford over Fields or Watson. I would start Stafford over those guys until I see otherwise. I would start Stafford. And Septa says, what 2 running backs should I keep rest of the season? Zach Charbonnet, Rashawn Johnson, Kendre Miller, or Tank Bigsby? For the rest of the season, Roshan Johnson. And I'm going to rank them for you. Roshan Johnson, Tank Bigsby, and Zach Charbonnet and Kendra Miller. Aladdin, he says, need to start one Barkley. Okay, need to start one Barkley, Adam McKinnon, Hunt, Spears, Craig Reynolds, Charbonnet. Need to start one Barkley out. Okay. McKinnon, Hunt, Spears, Craig Reynolds. I'm starting Craig Reynolds. Unless, only way I'm starting Spears unless Derrick Henry's out. And I don't think he's going to be out. And Seth says, Zach Ertz or Kyle Pitts this week. But, bro, I'm still rolling out Kyle Pitts. You might not want to do that, and that's fair. I understand. I'm not going to chastise you for that. I'm starting Kyle Pitts. I'm not sitting Kyle Pitts. The tight ends ain't good enough for me to sit on Kyle Pitts. I'm going to keep rolling them out there unless somebody like Mark Andrews or somebody like that get on the waivers. Other than that, I'm starting Kyle Pitts. He's got too much upside. Arthur says, bro, would you play Tank Dell over Lockett, or is that getting too cute? That's getting too cute, bro. That's getting too cute. I get it. You want to get Tank Dell in there, but you can't do it over Lockett. If it was somebody else a little bit less tiered than that, then I would tell you, yeah, but you can't. Got to play your studs. But I like what you're saying. I like how you're thinking. Mason says, Flowers going to feast all good options, though. Yes, right. All good options. I agree, Mason. I agree. Flowers is going to eat, though. He's the number one on this team, especially with Odell Beckham being out. Now, Nelson had a good game, but he ain't Zay. Terrell says, better stash Roschon or Spears. Yep. I'm stashing Roschon and Spears in all my leagues. Charlene says, I wouldn't play Rachaad White this week. They played with the Eagles. Last week, Temple played with the Bears. Right. Of course, White ran off. And again, I get Charlene, but I don't play fantasy that way. I'm never going to sit a starting running back that I have on my team. Now, listen, if he's a guy that's a flex guy, and it depends on my team. If I'm with 0 RB and Rachaad White is the best running back that I got on my team, I'm starting him every week. So I want to give y'all some context. My teams, I go 0 RB. So I usually got Tyreek, Amon-Ra, and another top wide receiver like Jalen Waddle. So my best running back, if this is Rachaad White, I'm starting him every week. As long as he's starting and get all the opportunities, I'm starting him. Now listen, if I got a bunch of running backs that are good, like Ramondre Stevenson and guys like that, then I'm not starting on Rachaad White in a bad matchup. But to me, I'm not sitting none of my starters. So if you got really good backup players, then yeah, you can sit Rachaad White. So that's what context and fantasy has to be, and that's what I have to over-explain. Because if I don't over-explain that, y'all will be starting Rachaad White and got Ramondre Stevenson on the bench, or you don't got good wide receivers. So if I got good wide receivers, Rachaad White is going to be icing on the cake for me. But I understand Charlene's not telling y'all no lie. They do got a tough matchup. The Eagles defense is good, but Rachaad White catch passes too, especially in full PPR. Terrell says Addison or Garrett Wilson PPR. Addison got the best matchup, bro. You need to try to get in on that. But again, I don't want to sit Garrett Wilson. I don't understand how y'all can, because let's say, are you going to sit Jamar Chase if Joe Burrow don't play? No. Why would you sit Garrett Wilson because Zach Wilson is playing? You don't sit stud wide receivers just because of backup in there. Those guys can play. They decent. Zach Wilson hit a big play for Garrett Wilson last week. Now, Addison, I'm playing Addison in a vacuum. I'm getting Addison on the field this week if he's on my team. This is the week to play Addison. But I don't want you to choose and say, I'm going to sit Addison. I'm going to sit Garrett Wilson just because he got a bad matchup, and I'm going to play Addison. I don't like sitting guys studs like that. BG, he says, Taylor going to be good when he's healthy. What's your thoughts? I think he's going to be solid. He hasn't played football, so he's not going to be that explosive to me. But I think going down the stretch, like week 10, 11, I think he's going to be really good. But immediately, I don't know if he's going to come out booming. Could he? Anything is possible. And I don't mean that like there's no way he's going to come out booming, but he could come out and look really good. I just think it's going to take him a little bit of time to get going. You got to catch up with the speed of football. So I think he's going to be solid. I would start him week 5 when he comes out there. If he's starting, I'm starting him if I got him on my team. I just said, you think Swift going to have an encore? I don't think he's going to have the same game that he had last week, but I think he's going to get all the opportunities to boom again. They're going to keep putting him out there. They're going to let the best guy play, and he's the best guy so far. So he's going to get the most carries unless Kenneth Gainwell starts outplaying him. Terrell says Madison, Pierce, or Warren, standard. And standard, I'm going, I got to go Warren. Pierce and Madison hasn't played good enough for me. I think Madison could be good this week, but I haven't seen enough. So I'm gonna go with the guy who's getting opportunities. I know Warren is like a pass catching running back, but in standard, I still think he's gonna get some opportunities, and you will be fine with that. So I'm gonna say Warren over Madison and Pierce. Charlene says TD got some. Go get some dinner. Thanks you for the hard work. See you tomorrow. All right, thank you, Charlene. BBG says, is this a good trade? I trade away Deshaun Watson, CD, Mark Andrews, Rashad White for Jalen Hurts. Amon-Ra, Jonathan Taylor, Lockett, Henry Hurts. Let me know. Okay, is this a good trade? I trade away. So, bro, I don't do trades in the comment section unless you sign up as at least a rookie tier. You got to become a member. Other than that, I don't do trade questions in the comment section. But I'm just gonna look at it real quick and give you a vague statement. Appreciate you being here, bro. But that's just the rules of the channel. I don't do trade questions. You said you traded away Deshaun Watson, CeeDee Lamb, Mark Andrews for Jalen Hurts, Amon-Ra, Jonathan Taylor. I like Amon-Ra and Jalen Hurts on that side. That's a good team. Terrell says, how much is a consultation? $40, bro. But if you're a member of the channel from Pro Bowl tier or better, it's $20. And if you sign up as the Phenom crew, you get a free one. I forgot to tell people that. If you sign up as the Phenom crew, you get a free consultation. You get one free consultation. But Pro Bowl tier, it's going to be $20. Other than that, it's going to be $40 for 30 minutes. P. Reason says, Kyler Murray a stash. Yes, he's a good stash. He's a good stash, especially in Superflex and single quarterbacks. There's a lot of good quarterbacks out there right now. I don't know if that would be a good stash. Romeo, he says DJ Moore, Chris Olave. I'm going to go with Chris Olave just with those two because both of those guys are starters and they are good. They early draft picks. So you can, if those are the only two that you got and everybody else is better, I will go with Chris Olave. Excuse me. KJ says, what's good, bro? Tyler Algier or Gus Bus this week based off the matchup? I'm going with Gus because Hill is out. I'm going with Gus. I know Tyler Algier is going to get 13 touches, but Gus is I think he got a backup there, but he's going to get majority of the work and he's getting all the goal line opportunities. And they not running the ball that much with Lamar this year. So I'm going to go with Gus the Bus. Mason says, flex PPR, who you like more, Pickens or Javonte? I'm going with Pickens over Javonte because Javonte's still splitting carries. So I'm going to go with Pickens. I think Pickens showed himself that he probably the alpha on this team. They're going to make sure he get targets. So I'm going with Pickens. He says, where? Bro, all you got to do is you can go to my website and set it up and pick a time, or you can just email me. My email is fantasygoodsports@gmail.com. FantasyGoodSports all together, as you see on YouTube, @gmail.com, and say, TD, I need a consultation. Then I send you my cash out, and we'll set up a time. Yep. That's just go to my email and email me, or go to my website, goodsportstd.com, and then you can set it up on my website. Jamar, what's going on? He says, drop Akers, pick up Kendre Miller. You can do that for this week, but I wouldn't be dropping Akers just for like the long game. I'm not dropping Akers to pick up Kendre Miller because Alvin Kamara is coming back. So Kendre Miller, and it's going to be Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill. Kendre Miller is not going to get that much work. He's going to get a little bit of work, maybe 5 touches a game. So I wouldn't drop Akers. I stash Akers because I believe Akers could get 15 touches on Minnesota because they don't trust Alexander as much. So him and Alexander Madison is going to be competing for touches. I'd rather have Akers on the Minnesota Vikings offense Then they go pick up Kendre Miller, and he has to play behind Alvin Kamara. Atlanta says start one. Godwin, Mike Williams, Puka, Zay Flowers. I'm going with Zay. I got to go with Puka. You need to be all those guys are startable. You must be in a 10-team league or 18 league. Because I'm starting Godwin, Mike Williams, Puka, especially Puka and Zay. I'm starting those guys. So I'm going to go with Puka. And Isaac says, don't forget Tony Jones. You're right, Isaac, and Tony Jones. So I'm not worried. I can't play Kendre Miller. Now, I think Kendre Miller is better than Tony Jones. Kendre Miller is the starter over Tony Jones when he's healthy. But that's a lot of mouths to feed. Okay, guys, so listen, I'm going to read through for the people who did it and they hold up. I'm going to read my starts and sits. And then I do my starts and sits. I'm going to come to the comments, see if there's any questions, and then I'm going to get out there. So let me go through the games, and it's going to be kind of fast. So Falcons and Lions. Falcons are starting B, Jake London, Kyle Pitts, Tyler Algier. Lions are starting Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra, and Josh Reynolds. Now, almost out, I will start Khalif Raymond, but Amon-Ra is going to play. Chargers and Vikings. I'm starting Justin Herbert, Josh Kelly, Mike Williams, and Keenan Allen. Love all those guys. This is a fantasy bonanza. Vikings, Kirk Cousins, Alexander Madison. If you have nothing else, you don't have to start them if you got a better running back. But Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and T.J. Hockenson, you got to start those guys. Saints and Packers, good defensive game. You don't have if you got better plays, you can do it, but don't sit your list. Saints, Chris Olave, Taysom Hill, Michael Thomas, and Rashid Shaheed. Now listen, you don't have to start Derek Carr. Taysom Hill, you can spot start him in a tight end if you want to get cute. He did look good last week. Packers, Jordan Love. If you got a better player, you can start him. The Saints defense is no joke, but I like Jordan Love. He had 3 touchdowns last week. It's Romeo Dobbs, Christian Wilson, A.J. Dillon, and Jalen Reed. A.J. you have to start him, but Aaron Jones is still out. Jalen Reed, you can start him. Christian Watson is out. Christian Watson's not out. Start him. Texans and Jaguars. Texans. I'm playing. Not leave him out there on your waiver wires. He could be a boom type quarterback. C.J. Stroud, Nico, Tank Dale, and I'm starting Dameon Pierce if I have no better running back. I'm not going to get super cute. I'm not going to start Craig Reynolds over Dameon Pierce. You can do that, but I'm still going to start Dameon Pierce over Craig Reynolds this week. Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence. You starting him. Travis Etienne, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, and Evan Ingram. I'm starting those guys. Okay, going on to my next game. Broncos, Dolphins. Russell Wilson, I'm starting him. Javonte Williams, Marvin Mims, Jerry Jeudy, and you can start Courtland Sutton if you want to. Dolphins, Tua, Raheem Mostert, Tyreek Hill, and Waddle is out. If you want to start Braxton Berrios because you don't have a better flex, you can do that. Titans, Browns. Titans, Ryan Tannehill. You can start him if you don't got a better play. It's okay. Looked good last week. But you are starting Derrick Henry, D-Hop, and my sleeper of the week is Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks is my sleeper of the week. Browns, Deshaun Watson, you started him. Jerome Ford, Amari Cooper, and David Njoku. I'm still starting David Njoku. Bills and Commanders. Bills, Josh Allen, James Cook, one of my best picks, one of my draft picks so far, Stephon Diggs, and you can play Gabe Davis for the boom. Commander, Brian Robertson, I'm playing him. Terry McLaurin, I'm playing him. And Jahan Dotson, you can play him if you want to. But it's up to your discretion. I'm still playing. Again, Logan Thompson is out, start back up. But what's I was gonna say about on the quarterback from the Commanders. You can if you want, but there's a better quarterback out there. Colts and Ravens. The Colts, you can start going to, but I think our leagues I can't. But Mike Pitt, Al Granson, and Zach Moss are solid stars. They be okay for you. They're getting value. That's it. It's that matchup. Ravens, Lamar Jackson, Gus Edwards, Dave Howard, and Mark Hughes all stars. I'm not necessarily looking for Justin Aguilar, but you can if you're looking for DI. And just take Trey Stevenson and Hunter Henry. That's it. I'm starting anybody else. I'm not starting that if I come. Jets, Breach Hall, and Gary Wilson. I'm starting guys. I'm stud guys. Unless you got all way late, you don't have to start. I'm sorry, but you just in the third or fourth, Breach Hall. You against the Gary Wilson. I'm starting him. I'm low expectations, but I'm starting because he's the only type of wide receiver. Panthers and Seahawks. Panthers, Miles Sanders, Hayden Hurst. I'm not starting any dog. Miles Sanders, Hayden Hurst, the only guys that I'm starting. You can start Adam Thick, but I'm not. Seahawks, Geno Smith, DK, Tyler Lockett, and Kevin Walker. Those are easy starts this week. That's going to be good for the Seahawks. Bears and Chiefs for the Bears. You got Justin Fields and you ain't trading them. I'm probably starting them like CJ Stroud. Would I bet Justin Fields, CJ Stroud? I think that's okay, but I'm not Justin Fields. DJ Moore, Komet, you got to start those guys. Komet, you don't have to. You can follow the tight end, but you starting DJ Moore, you should be benching him for scraps off the waiver wire. Chiefs, Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, and that's it. If you got those wide receivers, you can start. I don't know which one to hit. It's so many mouths to feed. All right, Cowboys, Cardinals, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, you can start him this week. Tony Pollard, you start him. CeeDee Lamb, Jake Ferguson. Brad Cooks, I'm necessarily saying you got to sit him, but you can start him too. But the reason why I say you can start him is a bad match. I mean, it's a good matchup against the Cardinals. They defense is not that good. They not that good. Cardinals, James Conner, Marquise Brown, and Zach Ertz. That's it. I'm not starting Joshua Dobbs against the Cowboys. I don't care if Trayvon Diggs is out. I don't care. Steelers and Raiders. Steelers, I'm starting Jalen Warren, George Pickens, and Pat Freiermuth. You can start Kenny Pickett, but I would try to find a better play. And Calvin Austin, I think you got to keep holding on to him. You don't have to start him. Raiders, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, and Jacoby Myers. I'm starting those three guys off the Raiders. You don't have to start Jimmy Garoppolo. There's a lot of other good quarterbacks out there like CJ Stroud that I will go to the waiver wire and start over him. All right, thank you, brother. It's been going out in and out all night. It's raining here where I'm at, so I apologize, everybody. Eagles and Buccaneers. Jalen Hurts for the Eagles. I'm starting him. DeAndre Swift, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield. Yes, I'm starting Baker Mayfield if I can. Now, I'm not going to the waiver wire and getting a quarterback if I got Baker as my starting quarterback. But if you got a better quarterback, like an upper echelon guy, of course you're not going to sit them for Baker. But you can't start him. Rashard Wright, I'm starting. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, I'm starting. I'm not. Trey Palmer is up to you. You can play that boom. Rams and Bengals. Rams, Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams, Puka Williams, and Puka Nakua, and Tutu Atwell. I'm starting with Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams, Puka Nakua, and Tutu Atwell. I'm Bengals, Joe Burrow. If he plays, you can start him. To me, I'm not going to sit there and tell you to do that because I don't want you to go. If you can get CJ Stroud, I will wait on Joe Burrow and I will hold my bench CJ Stroud because Joe Burrow's going with an injury. But I'm not dropping anything. If you want, you can. Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, because you know those guys. I don't know what that is. You started three guys. All right, guys. Let me see. I'm going to go a couple of these questions out the comment section because my live is going in and out, and then I'm going to get out of here. Strop City says, got Pollard, Eckler out, so should I play Zach Moss or pick up Kelly? Pick up Kelly. Pick up Kelly. I like Zach Moss, but he got a bad matchup. But he's getting the targets now. He's gonna get 15 to 20 carries. Terrell says, I just emailed. Okay, bro. I'll be hitting you up. BBG says, start Craig Reynolds or Brandon Cooks in the flex. I'll probably go with Craig Reynolds. The reason why Brandon Cooks is hurt, why would you have him out there playing against Arizona and you blow them out? Thank you, Mr. Anderson. I know, man, it's raining on that internet's funny. Appreciate that. He says, hit the like button, guys. Sir. Joe says, live on and out, bro. I know. I apologize to everybody about that. He says, better now. Josh says, star one, Mixon, Stevenson, Madison, Godwin, Nico, 8-man PPR. Star one. Okay, it's the 8-man, so we gotta get saucy right here. Let me see here. I'm going Nico. The only reason why I want to say Stevenson, but Stevenson got a tough matchup. So I'm gonna go with Nico. Bro. Jamar says, I have Fields and Anthony Richards. Do I start Stroud over Fields? You can do that. I think that's a good strategy for this week until you see something better out of Fields. And BBG says, Kirk or Lockett? I'm going with Lockett. And BBG says, Amon or CD? I'm going, man, listen, you shouldn't be benching Amon, but in a vacuum, because of the matchup, CD got a great matchup this week. But Amon gonna be fine. If he starts, if he's healthy, because if he wasn't healthy, they wouldn't play him. I'm going to say CD Lamb because he playing the Arizona Cardinals. All right, guys, y'all be safe. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Make sure, guys, if you want to support this channel, go sign up as a member. You get half off on consultations, and you also get other perks. So, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all be safe. Peace.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. So let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy. I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they trying to finish me, but it just turn me up. Turn me up, Jay. Fresh to death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on their necks cause they might sabotage. I ain't come for peace, I brought the mask, about to terrorize. Step. If you ain't hating, nigga, keep that bullshit to yourself. Get my bop on you niggas. Don't never question if I'm a real nigga, I get a lot for you niggas. Bitch, they thought I was finished, but I got a lot for you niggas. Lil John on them niggas. I'm the bra on them niggas. I'm the hottest in the business. Okay, put me in the mix. I can tell you used to lame niggas that ain't this. Think you coming up a bag, you ain't getting shit. You say wanna fuck, but now she see a nigga lit. Country for life in this bitch. Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that in punish me, but it just turned me up. Turn me up, yeah. I'm like block boy, look alive, look alive. I'm married to that money and I keep her by my side. They thought I wouldn't be shit, so why they face look so surprised. You ain't a real nigga, you just pussy in the skies. Whoa, yeah, look at a nigga now. When I put up to the jeweler, I'ma tell that nigga gon' bust it down. Tryna count the money, damn homie, I done lost track of their mind. Turn me up, this that hot shit, it was kinda looking like a drought. I don't do this for the clout, bitch. Okay, turn me up, do your dance on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got some bands on it. Okay, turn me up, do your dance on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got some racks on it. Okay, turn me up, they don't wanna smoke, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business, ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act, a bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up, now they say they want that country shit, okay.